I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are something, and you are something incredible. Don't let this world and its artificial matrix and its artificial systems of oppression make you feel like you're worthless. No, you have a purpose. Even if that purpose is just getting yourself happy, or getting your mind back, or getting your soul back, or getting your confidence back, you have a purpose. And guys like us, we've been through a lot. We are supremely strong. Look yourself in the mirror if you can, or just stare at the wall and tell yourself you're strong. You have survived things that would have broken most men. You have survived things that people can't even imagine, and it sharpened and hardened your soul. All the pain you felt, all the isolation, all the teasing, all the reprehensible actions that were taken upon you, all those things. They were designed to destroy you. They were designed to break you. They were being sent from the demiurge. You are a divine spark from the pleroma. You are a divine spark, meaning that you are an eternal soul. I know times are hard. Grocery prices are raising up to oblivion. Gas prices are ridiculous. Going to certain hospital visits, and if you don't have any insurance, is ridiculous. Working these 9 to 5 jobs and they don't really turn out much is ridiculous. Trying to find a girlfriend is absolutely ridiculous. Trying to find love and happiness in a friend group is absolutely ridiculous. Everything is just ridiculous. Everything is just, it's just gone to shit, honestly. But we have to bear it and grin it, and we have to stay focused on our dreams, goals, and ambitions and our hobbies. This is why I encourage a lot of men, find a hobby, find something that brings a spark of joy into your heart. Because in this world, we truly are alone. We truly don't really have anybody in this world. We truly are by ourselves. We're isolated. We're devastated. We're in so much emotional trauma that it starts to affect our actions. It starts to affect our memory. And worst of all, it starts to affect our own health. We've been through a lot of traumatic experiences, from never really having a girlfriend, or never going on dates, never being rich, always being talked down to and disrespected, and being treated like you're nothing, and sometimes even feeling like you're not worth much because of your circumstances. But let me tell you something. Your circumstances doesn't really determine who you are. And I know that sounds, cope, but listen to me. Take that anger, just like Anakin Skywalker. Was it Anakin? I believe that turns it was Anakin, right? That turns to Darth Vader. I think I'm getting it right. I may have got it mixed up. I'm a little faded right now, but take the power of all the years and all the tears of all your fears and all the things that you had to adhere to. You take that and you foment that, and you create a formulation, and you create a code calculation and analyzation and a study, and you create a preliminary emphasis on power in your mind. What I mean is, each one of us have a hidden talent. Each one of you listening now, you have a talent. You have a talent. And the talent is something that you have a natural inclination or a natural propensity. It draws you in. You have a talent, man. We all have talents. So how dare they call us losers and failures because we work at crappy jobs or we don't have a job at all? How dare they say that we're nothing, when in fact a lot of us are talented? They may try to label you, that guy's a schizophrenic, this, that, and this. And it's like, who you think you're talking to? You know? Right? That's what I'm saying from myself. I in a self-diagnosis, I am not a schizophrenic. That's just what I was saying one time. Just saying, that's just me talking. But there's been no professional diagnosis. So officially I am not no schizophrenic. You know? In fact, I'm pretty much more intelligent than the general population due to my understanding and clarity and rarity of certain situations, both public and esoteric. right? I study the esoteric. I study secrets. Okay? I spent 20 something years, if not longer, studying Freemasonry, studying ancient occult magic. There's things on YouTube I haven't talked about. Studying demons and primordials, studying all these ancient stories. It's not just Gnosticism that talks about a demiurge and an evil god that usurped his parents and took the throne. There's many different stories, ancient stories that talk about this. Just different interpretations and different ways of telling the story, right? So if there's smoke, there's fire. And I really believe that this is artificial. People call us a loser, but in another dimension, we'll probably be a winner. Imagine if I was able to, imagine if YouTube paid me for every single view that I ever got. I would have $360,000 right now on my total count right now. And even on in my last channel, I would have about $500,000. I would have made $500,000 on my last channel. And then plus you add this, that's $800,000, almost $1,000,000. Can you imagine if YouTube paid you by a view? Every view you get is $1. I would have $350,000 right now. That would help me out exponentially, tremendously. That would help me out. But no, it has to be an unfair world. You know what I mean? So you get that many views and they give you pennies on the dollar while they take the lion's share, for the most part, because they're not just getting from your channel. There's millions of channels, right? It's just so evil. Like this world is designed for parasites. It's designed for things to parasite off of other things. Literally. Things have to devour one another in order to obtain sustenance and to continue life. That's wicked. That's a wicked system by design. It's inherently evil if you look at it in the eyes of true righteousness. You see, when you're a righteous being and a righteous man and a righteous soul, you're going to attract demons and devils and all types of evil spirits. Just you saying you're righteous is going to make their heart turn. It's going to make them angry and feel a certain way because that's the demon inside of them that doesn't like that. Men like us got to protect ourselves, honestly, because it seems like the whole world is out to get us. It seems like the whole world is against us. And it seems like we really don't have any type of reinforcement that is dedicated to us, that is dedicated to the procurement of us obtaining good paying jobs so we can live a decent life. I'm not asking to be a multi-millionaire, but I sure as hell want to be. But I would settle for a good regular job that gives me enough money to afford a house and a car, and maybe I'll find a girl, because, a woman's going to be more attracted to that when a man got his own house and got his own car and he's paying his own bills and, he got a little money extra. A woman going to want to be part of that, but at the same time, you can get the girl and then you can find her doing dirty things with the neighbor or the mailman or the pool guy. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow. Or the damn dog, you never know. That's how crazy and evil and sick and twisted this world is. Like we live in a world that's a turmoil of evil, and it's calculated though. If you notice, the evil has layers. You got to wake up every day, do something that you may not, you rather not do, but you have to. And you've been taught that since a child, that if you rebel, there's punishment. And what does the Bible always say? If you rebel against the voice of the Lord, boom, there's always punishments and curses and all types of evil that comes upon them, right? And a lot of people, they really believe that the God of the Bible is a good, loving, caring God. And these people are blind out of their minds. And this is why it's taken so long for the divine sparks to return to the pleroma. The deception is heavy. Have you guys ever played God of War 2? And you remember in God of War 2 where I think it was called the Sisters of Fate. They put Kratos in like a dream world, right? And in that dream world, Kratos had his wife and his daughter. And then Kratos was happy. And then he realized that it was fake. So he just sliced through the dimension, and then it showed the archonic beings behind it that were doing that they were doing a dream spell. That's what this realm is. If we had like a spiritual sword or a spiritual shadow bladed katana, like that's what I would have. I have like a katana blade, like a Japanese katana, but it's made out of abyssal shadow. You know what I mean? So it's like a black hole katana blade. And I can pull it out and you can suck people inside that inside that abyssal portal forever. And then it could bring out abyssal storms, abyssal lightning, abyssal flame, abyssal rain, and all type of shit. Like my abyssal katana would be like a god killer type weapon, something that you can defeat the gods with. And I make a whole armor set like that, like kind of like the Daedra armor in Skyrim. If you guys ever had that, and that's the armor I had when I played it. Pretty hard to farm that those armor pieces though, but it's worth it. But anyway, it's we're being controlled by evil beings, man. And these beings know what they're doing. They know that they're deceiving us. They know that they target us. And people like me, who contain the divine spark, you got to understand, when you contain the divine spark, you're going to be a target for the evil. The archons are going to send their agents and mischiefs. They're going to send their agents and mischiefs of evil towards you to attack you in order to fluff out your divine spark, because your divine spark shines. When you have the divine spark, it just outsparks everybody. It's just something about it that's unique. It has a unique perspective. It has a unique understanding. It has a unique rarity, a unique clarity. It's just that people like me and others that see the truth, we're just rare souls. We're just unique type of people. Like, you don't meet people like this every single day who have an understanding and know secrets. It's very rare. Most people are drones. Most people don't know nothing about cloning labs in Antarctica, or the ones in Alaska or an Alaskan underwater base, or the secret bases under Disneyland. Most people are like, what the hell is he talking about? You see what I'm saying? And it's like, sensitive installations. You wonder why these celebrities go crazy. You wonder why these celebrities look weird. You look at Ariana Grande, she looks like a totally different person. Like, who the hell is that? But I'm not going to get too deep in that because that's classified information, and don't ask me how I know it. I just know certain things, and that's all I'll say. Now, the world we live in is a prison. And it's y'all the boss decision to soul trap us, to keep us in immense anxiety and an immense pain, to make sure we never reach our true potentiality, to make sure we never reach our fullness, to make sure we never gain the true power and the true spirit. Because if so, we wouldn't be held back. You'd be able to do what you want for a living instead of doing what you have to do. Feels rigged. This life feels rigged. It gives you just enough. So you think if you work hard, you can make it, but it's never enough to really blow out. And then somebody can make a YouTube channel. Let's say a girl, she makes an ASMR channel, Now, not every single time they blow up, because sometimes I've seen girls that they'll do their first ASMR video and they'll get like 10,000, 20,000 views, which is still good for your first video ever, right? But then some of those girls will hit 1 million views, get like 50,000 subscribers. They may post a couple of more times and then they'll just disappear for like 8 months. And it's like, damn, where did she go? She just disappears. Like she's gained an audience, got monetized and all that, and like a couple of uploads. And then she just disappears. It's like, wow. It's like, it's certain people are presented opportunities and they kind of blow it. While other people, if they were given the same opportunity, they would absolutely be successful. They would absolutely accomplish what they need to accomplish. But the demiurge knows. This is why the demiurge puts certain people around us. This is why the demiurge does what it does. You understand? It's cold and it's calculated. And when you're a person like me, you have to understand that you're being watched and you're being monitored at all times. Every word you say out your mouth is being monitored. Everything that if you release anything on social media, is being monitored. You're being watched by the FBI, by the CIA, by the demiurge and the archons and their agents of evil. You're being watched by them closely and concisely. They're watching everything you're doing. They're watching you because you're a divine being. They're enamored by you, but they can't admit it. So it's like they're worshiping you pretty much. That's exactly what they want. Like, if somebody gives you that much attention, they're worshiping you at that point. Because they could be doing anything else. They could be watching adult movies. They could be playing Pokemon. They could be playing Xbox. They could be playing PlayStation. They could be doing anything, but they choose to spend their time messing with you or spending their time at you. They could be doing anything in the world, but they're choosing to try to attack you. What does that say about these people? These people are extremely broken and deranged, and they're attacking you. There's people that are attacking them, but they're not messing with them. They're attacking you, the person that just want to be left alone and minds his own business. They choose to attack you, the person that's not going to fight back, they think, right? So they attack you. Oh, he ain't going to fight back, so that's an easy win. We can attack him. We can get him. But then somebody who can really give you that smoke, you don't want it, you know? So it's like, this is why you don't engage with low vibrational frequencies, because it's evil and wicked. You as a righteous being have no business to dwell with the wicked, you know?